What up? Good morning, Mr. Thumbs. Alright, so I'm currently on a 35-day win streak. We're going to try. Well, we're going to just see if it will continue or not today. So, I'm not going to try and force it though. Although the move that I wanted to see kind of happened pre market, I wanted us to take these lows, but I need to be careful now for I need to be careful about a potential. I just don't want us to like consolidate or chop at the open. It's the end of the month, so. But today I'm gonna copy trade my funded. I'm gonna copy trade all the accounts, so. We'll see what happens. The ATR is pretty large right now for pre-market. It's like 30 points. If we do continue pressure lower, then I'm looking for us to take out the lows that are around right here, like the relative equal lows. But if we start coming up here, like let's say we take this low and then we start coming up here, then I'm going to be looking to follow that pressure to take a long position to probably target London highs. But the moment that we start reaching into the imbalance that was created yesterday on the way down, then just going to be a little careful. And then it's the end of the month. I'm going to make a monthly recap later, but at least on this account, I've just been kind of milking the $200 days because I need to get the balance out of here. But if we have a winning day today, then today would just be, it would be a full month of green days, which would be kind of chill. Yeah, minus $8. I needed to it's because I needed to test out the copy trader, so I went in one micro and exited just to make sure that it was working, because this is only the second day of me using it. So yeah, just had to test it out real quick. And then next week, and then I have what's it called? I have my $500 in my live account again to do that live account challenge, so I'm probably going to start that next week, or maybe even this week, today, depending on what I see. We'll try and do a better job this time than we did last time. Last time we got it to like $2,500 and then blew it. This time we're gonna get it to 10K. It's been a year since I tried to do it, so we'll try it again. But yesterday, that was a crazy move down yesterday. Because what I was hoping for, or what I was trying to see, hold on, is I was talking to somebody last night about what I wanted to see this morning, And I wanted to see us basically come up here and then drop down. But it all happened basically pre-market, so that idea is out of here. So now we're just going to watch to see if we're going to continue pressure to take out the lows, or if we're going to take this low, come down, and then pop up. We are still within the higher time frame range, and this is a balanced area, so we're going to see if we test the extremes again. The only thing I need to watch for is there's a chance we come into like this area and then bounce up, so. The goal is just to not end the month with a bad day. Regardless of whatever the PnL is, like if I just follow my plan and my rules and it ends up being a red day and the win streak ends, that's okay. But if I trade like a retard today and I end green, it's not okay. But the overnight move was pretty large. Like this this whole move down since London. It's almost 300 points. Or basically is 300 points. What up, Adrian? So I'm just gonna wait until market opens. And then next week, dude, I have fucking jury duty. That shit's so whack. So I gotta call later today. I gotta call them later today, like after 5 p.m. and see when they're gonna fucking see when I gotta go in. That shit's so lame, bro. Like, and I just had jury duty. I feel like I just had jury duty, but when I looked it up, I guess it was like 2 years ago. But last time I had jury duty, I literally just told the judge like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be unbiased. And then they told me to go home. But the judge got kind of pissed when I said that, so I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try and wiggle my way out of it again, but I don't know, maybe I'll just say I'm racist or something, and then hopefully they let me go. But that shit's such a waste of time. Yeah. I'll go to court and they'll be like, if you can't be on this panel, tell us why. And I'm just gonna be like, look, dude, I'm just racist. Whatever race the guy is, I'm just gonna say I'm racist towards that race. And then hopefully they just let me go home. I mean, who's got time for that, bro? But hopefully, I mean, maybe I'll call them and they don't call me in, but I guess we'll find out. Yeah, that's the plan. Just go to jury duty and then just pull the race card and try and go home. Although I hope that so last time when I did jury duty, I was like one of the first people to talk to say like their reason why they couldn't I was the first person to say the reason why they couldn't be on the panel, right? The jury. And I basically said like yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be unbiased. Like this happened to me. It was like a car crash thing, and I was like, I'm suing somebody too. Like I'm gonna blah blah blah, you know. And they're like, oh okay. And then when they started asking the rest of the people, everyone was trying to get out of it, and the judge got fucking pissed. The judge was like, you can't just make up excuses to get out of jury duty. I'm gonna hold you in contempt of court and blah blah blah. And I was like, whoa. So hopefully I go first again so that they ask me before other people try and get out of it, because everyone was trying to get out of it last time. A video about how to connect to my Discord. Well, you should be able to just go through WAP, bro. Like you could just like make an account with WAP and then just claim access to the Discord. Right? How are they? That's what I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna do. How are they gonna prove that I'm not racist? They just gotta take what I say. All right, we're probably gonna drop down off the open, I think, and take these lows. So then at that point, I'm going to be seeing if we're gonna sustain pressure lower to start targeting these lows at the towards the bottom of this week, or if we're gonna pop back up. And then if we pop back up again, I'm gonna be watching basically around here, see if we're gonna come up here and reverse down again, or if we're gonna come up here and then continue. So kind of like around this area, I'm gonna be paying attention to. Yeah, I don't know. Some countries are like blocked by WAP, bro. So here, this is what I'll do for you. I'll just, there you go. Just try and join it through there. Although there are some stuff in the WAP that are some good resources, I would say. Like some PDF, some like documents I create, or like the indicator I have. So I don't know, you gotta figure out the WAP thing. So I might be able to start off next month with a decent payout. I have this account, and then I have 4 other funded accounts that are basically ready to take a payout the first week of next month. All right, we're making our push down before market even opens to take out this area, these lows. But we'll see what happens. I'm probably gonna have to wait for the first 5-minute candle to print to see what we're gonna do. The only thing that I hope doesn't happen is literally a fucking repeat of yesterday where we open up with no wick to the upside and we just start melting and we go all the way down here. ATR pre-market is 30 points basically. Yeah, no problem, Richard. Yeah, some people have trouble with WAP, but the reason why we do WAP is because it helps like kind of filter some bots sometimes. Otherwise, if I just give out a link everywhere, next thing you know, there's just we already have had a bunch of them, but they're just a bunch of like Thrax.trades or Thrax trades dot or like all these fucking bots that all hit up people in the chat, and like I don't want somebody to get scammed. All right, so we're pushing up a little bit at the open, but I think if we flip right now, I may try and take that continuation short, and then the moment that we break past these lows, if I can get in on a flip, then I'm gonna move it to break even like immediately so I don't get whiplashed. But I need to be careful because yeah, we'll see. All right.
Order filled.
I'm gonna go short right here. And the moment that we get past these lows, I'm gonna have a fucking massive stop, but the moment we get past these lows, if we can actually push past it, I'll move it to break even. Otherwise, I'm just gonna take like a fucking pretty fat L right now. But the reason why I'm trying to take this short is because this was a pretty weak attempt to push higher, so I'm just trying to have this 5-minute candle flip and make its way lower, but I may just get wrecked. Because I have 56-point stop is nasty. But it's whatever. I sized a little too heavy for that. Probably should have went in like 3 micros.
Order filled.
Alright, well, I got smoked. So I'm just gonna wait. If I lose another trade, I'm gonna be down like 8 grand, so we'll stop if I lose another trade. I just wanted to see it at least wick past here. Like, that's so. I was just wrong though, so. We're gonna have to wait. So what I'm gonna watch for right now is like I'm watching us to push up into here, and then I'm gonna be looking to see if we turn around or if we continue. If I take another trade and I lose, I'm just gonna have to stop, because right now I think I'm down like, let me see. Yeah, like 550 each account. I probably should have waited for us to take these, but what up, Frankie? So I have to be careful about sizing right now. Because even right now on this chart, those were 20-point intervals. Yeah, I do use volume profile. Well, each of these candles has its own volume profile, so I use that, but I also use, on another screen, I'll use volume profile too sometimes. I just gotta be careful now. I gotta wait. I kind of took a bigger L than I wanted to take because I went in heavier than I should have. I didn't realize how large this wick was when I was trying to go short right here. So I just gotta be careful about where I decide to participate again. And I also need to be careful of us potentially whipping around because we had this move overnight, which was pretty large. I was trying to see this hourly candle wick past this one. And it might still come down, but I can't, I'm not going to try and retake anything when we're in this area. So what I'm thinking is like if I do take another trade, I'm probably unless I can find a pretty like aggressive entry where I can have a tight stop, which I probably won't do, but I'll probably have to size down to like 3 micros. Or if I do use bigger size, like 5 to 10 micros, I'll have to be pretty aggressive about trailing my stop. Oh yeah, well I'm copy trading 8 accounts, so I'm down $500. I try to go short when we came up and then we started flipping bearish on the opening candle. I try to go short to have us make a push down. I was gonna move it to break even, but it just never got down there, so just came up and then got stopped out without going past these lows. So I went in 5 micros and I didn't realize because my chart was kind of zoomed out. I didn't realize how large that candle was, so I went in a little bit heavier than I should have. But it's all right. The number looks, I know that looks nasty because it's down 4,500, but it's really not that big of a deal because it's 8 accounts. So it's basically 5 times 8. But if I do lose another trade, like I said earlier, I'm just going to have to call it a day. And then unfortunately, the win streak will end. It almost ended yesterday, but we were able to wait for like an hour or two and then get back in the green. So right now, if we don't actually push down right here, I'm just gonna be this is essentially turning into I'm not even gonna touch it in here. If we do make our move to the downside though, we do have a lot of room. Over 150 points basically. Yeah, the movement today is not, it looks kind of, it's not a bad idea. I'll catch you on Monday if you're gonna dip out. Just got to be careful about trying to go short right here and then we just like snap back into this chop. Yeah, it's pretty large. Right now I'm looking at the 15 though, because we're about to close. This 15 is about to close. So I want to see what it's looking like. Although this isn't really a good sign, because if pressure couldn't continue right here, then what I'm starting to think now is that we may consolidate here. And then this is kind of like a larger range, right? So you have to be careful when we're in a 100-point area where we're basically just snapping back and forth. I mean, I try to go short right here, right? There's people who probably try to go long right here, people who try to go short right here. And you can just get fucking chopped up trying to trade this. So I think the smartest thing for us to do is probably just wait until we start getting out of here, out of this area. But this wasn't a good sign for any type of shorts. Especially because on the hourly too, now that we wicked past this, if we start flipping bullish and we close bullish with this hourly candle, then I might be expecting us to come back up to just like 25,000. Give me 1 second. It's fucking cold in here. But now we're playing a game of patience. If I'm gonna make this day worse for myself, I need to at least like make it worse for myself in the right spot if it's gonna lose. Otherwise, we'll just fucking take a $500 L. Also, by the way, if you're in the YouTube stream and you're not in the Discord, I'm doing a giveaway. We're at 989 members. Once we get to 1,000, I'm gonna announce a giveaway for 3 alpha feature accounts. They're 50k zero accounts. So if you want to enter, you want to participate, you gotta join the Discord. All right, at this point, all shorts for me are off the table until further notice. We're gonna see if we can potentially find an entry for longs. If the hourly closes like this, then yeah, like we're gonna be looking to see if we can catch an entry for longs. I just hope that we stay out of this area and we don't open up right now on this 5 minute and just fall back into it. Or at least like fall into it and stay here. The ATR for 5 minute candles is pretty large right now. It's now at 48 points. It'll probably get bigger. This was 100 points. This was 100 points. No, I'm not looking for shorts right now. If the hourly closes like this in 9 minutes, then yeah, we're not looking for shorts. We're gonna be looking for us to come higher. But like I said, pre-market, this area is kind of what I'm watching. So there is a chance that we come up here and then drop again, but if we have just sustained buying pressure through this area, then at that point we may just go higher. I just don't want to if we have an hourly candle like this, right? If this closes, well, we're just gonna imagine we don't start chopping right here, but if this closes like this, where it swept previous hourly low and then it closes bullish, depending on how it actually closes, if it closes like up here, then yeah, I wouldn't really expect us, at least in the first hour, to the next hourly candle to get below here. Although it may happen, but gold is pumping. Nice. Yeah, this is nasty right here. This is a no touch, do not touch this type of scenario for me. Hopefully when we have the 4 hour open that we do something. But we're in this area. If we keep doing this after the 4 hour open, I'm just gonna stop trading because we don't want to trade this. This is gross. And we're in drawdown, so like this type of situation is not a make my money back type of situation. This is a make it worse type of situation. As long as we remain in this bullshit. But who knows? Maybe we start picking up some speed and we start to have directional movement after the 4 hour open. This is fucking bullshit. Price is This price action is fucking dog shit. So you know what I'm gonna do right now? So I'm gonna raid on Clash of Clans while I wait. Oh, it's the 4 hour open. I'm gonna pay attention now. So the hourly closed like this, but preferably I would have liked to see it close higher. But we're still in this area, so at this point what I'm thinking is like we're fucking around right here. I do not want to trade this. We have the 4 hour open. Because I stopped trading in an hour anyways, or that's like my hard stop, I need to start seeing some type of aggression or speed in either direction for us to get out of this area. And if we can't do that at the 4 hour open and we just do a little bit of this and then this, well then we just gotta call it a day. But we'll see what happens right here. My bad if this is boring, it's just we're not doing anything. There's nothing even for me to talk about because we're just fucking staying in here. Like we tried again to push past this. And this is nasty. But you know what? Sometimes it's just like this. It is boring. We just sit here and there's nothing we can do. We just have to wait and decide not to participate in some fuckery. Although these candles are pretty big though, like ATR is like 53 points right now. But even if we slowly, like, let's say that I wanted to see us, if we were to push higher, I wanted to see us get up here towards 25,000. This type of, like, delivery is not really offering me an entry. And if we do some bullshit where we basically, like, go like that, I mean, like, chances are I can't really trade that. But again, I'm watching this area right here. So this is, as we slowly like approach this area right around here, I'm watching this. I need to see if we're going to continue or if we start to turn around. Now, it depends how we like deliver, because if we just continue to do this weird like slow grind up, just whiplashing back and forth with big ass ATR, then I can't trade that. And we will just have to accept our L, and then it'll ruin our fucking this shit. No, it was just one day away. It's gonna ruin it. It's okay though. But if we do start coming up and we potentially find an entry, then we can see if we might continue and then take this out to come into yesterday's imbalance down or the move down. but the way that it's moving those kind of sketch. Like, if we were to be moving quicker, take these highs, have a pullback, we could then look for an entry to go long, but yeah, I'm kind of hoping we don't just like I'm hoping we don't do that, but we might. So we're making our way to 25,000. We're about to take out the order sitting right here. There wasn't really an entry for me to try and enter into that. But you know what? Even if we end the note here, even if we end the month here on a somber note, on a sad one, still a pretty good month for me. I pulled like 20K payouts this month, and I spent like $1,600 on fees. I'll take that. And we're positioned pretty well for March, as long as I just don't absolutely fuck it all up and blow 8 accounts all at once, which could happen. We're gonna hope that it doesn't, though. Alright, I'm gonna actually try and take some shorts right here. If I lose this trade, I'm just gonna be done on the day. I'm gonna wait a second though. I might not actually. Because it's just, this is actually really, the stop loss again would have to be pretty big, so I'd rather not take that. Plus, this is not, I'm worried that we're just gonna like slowly grind up. I think I'm probably gonna wait like 10 minutes, but I think it's probably better if I just like take my L today. If we're gonna do this slow grind up, there may be an opportunity, but I'll see how the 15 minutes gonna close, but I think it might be better to wait for next week and just take our L for like 500 across 8 accounts. It's like 560. Did any of you guys trade any of this today? Or have we all just been sitting here watching this? Or did somebody catch a banger long? Because all throughout here, there was nothing for me. I tried the short, it didn't work, and then just been sitting here ever since. And then, like, I'd just be curious to know if you did take a trade, where'd you take it? I mean, probably on like a lower time frame. Probably could have entered into something that would have made sense for someone's strategy. The 5 minute today looked nasty though. Long from 806. Hey. It's a banger. Very nice. What, down here? Yeah, when we flipped like this, I just didn't want to get stuck in chop. But you know what? Even though the PnL's down today, I'd say I did a decent job today for not fucking things up. Lost some drawdown, but it ain't the end of the world. Because, like, this is my thought process. If this was past me, oh, the younger version, younger trader of myself, I would have gotten fucking chopped up right here. Probably blew a couple accounts. Probably would have tried to short right here. Stop right above here. Would have got wicked out. Would have gotten absolutely wrecked. What time frame is that? 30 seconds. Brother. You're a menace. Is that the method? The 30-second time frame? Have I been doing it wrong this whole time? A 30-second fair value gap? Or a 30-second order block? Or no, maybe we should trade 30-second trend lines. Yeah, you can use lower time frames for watching delta flips. But you need to be careful about bounce off that 30-second fair value gap. Ugh, why didn't I see it? Fuck. Yeah, you just got to be careful about using delta flips, because when delta flips require location and context, in my opinion. Because like if we're in a balanced market, right? Like if I were to drop this chart right now down to this 30-second time frame, well, you're gonna have delta flips all over the place. You know what I mean? So you just got to be careful. But if you're in an area or a location where you're watching to see if there's responsive behavior, then yeah, you can use this lower time frame. I usually don't though. It's not about how much of a flip, it's just well, you know what? You know what? I can't say shit. You know what? If you identified a delta flip and you caught along from 806 and you banked, and I'm over here sitting in the red, don't listen to me. You killed it. You probably know something I don't. What does the book say? No, that's a delta flip for sure. I think next week I'm gonna drop a video about delta and delta flips. I already have it recorded. All right. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm done. I'm gonna take my L. Or do we throw a Hail Mary? Do we throw a Hail Mary and go short right now, full size? Nah, I'm probably done. So we try to take shorts basically at market open. When price pushed up, we started stalling and then we began to flip bearish. I thought that we were at least going to make a low, like wick low, so that I could move to break even. But we didn't. We snapped back. I got taken out for a pretty decent sized loss. Times 8, of course. So we then began to just like do one of the slow grinds up, and then now we're kind of consolidating right here. So we're gonna play a little bit of damage control today, and we're gonna take our $500 L, $560 L across 8 accounts. So it looks, you guys can't really see this. Hold on. Looks like this. So we got our leader right here. We have 2 funded accounts right now that are now at a $700 balance. We have this funded account, which is at a $1,200 balance. So we heard a little bit of the drawdown today. We took $500 out of the drawdown for some of these accounts, but it's all right. We will look for a better opportunity next week, because the way that the market's moving right now for me and the way that I trade, well, chances are I'm probably just going to make it worse if I sit here. So we're not going to allow myself, I'm not going to allow myself to do that. So, and just because I was doing this last week and I said I wasn't going to do it anymore, I promise I'm not about to get off right now and make all my money back. I'm gonna fucking not do that shit anymore. It's the end of an era. We went 35 days on a win streak. We'll let that one go. We'll just let it go. We can't force it. If I end up blowing 8 accounts today, I might actually cry and hate myself. So, just so that you guys know I'm not full of shit, and because I need to do it for my own sake, I'm actually going to lock out of this account right now. So this account's locked out. We're taking our $560 L. We're down $4,500. We're down 560 across 5 fundeds and 3 evals. You're fucking retarded. And then I unfortunately I stained our perfect month, huh? Hey, you know what? Shit happens. Alright, I'll catch you guys next time. Next week. Hopefully I don't have jury duty, but we'll see. Catch you guys next week. Peace.